Hi, this is Kathy Goodwin, and today we're going to look at the third in our series, Do-It-Yourself Mentoring, also known as Be Your Own Guru. Today's tip is about displaying confidence, presenting yourself as a calm, confident person. What's the background? Well, there's a lot of do-it-yourself books in any bookstore, any library. You'll see things like Be Your Own Doctor, Shrink Yourself is one that's real, essentially be your own shrink. Do-it-yourself is not intended to replace professional guidance. As you know, you might need more. But if you start with a do-it-yourself project, especially in internet marketing, you will be more likely to choose a resource who can genuinely help you, and you'll be able to identify the kind of support that you need to accomplish your goals. Today we're going to talk about how you display confidence. This is not the same as feeling confident. That's more of a life coach type thing. It's not the same as getting over your fears and forcing yourself to get out there. This is about presenting yourself as a confident person, because I know many people who are genuinely confident inside, but they somehow come across as not confident. So are you getting a sense that people don't recognize you as an authority? They come to your site and they don't seem to take you seriously when you talk to them. Are you losing clients to famous name gurus and weak competitors who actually know less than you do, and maybe you can get better results than they can, but they are so confident they totally blow you out of the water? Are you getting a lot of unsolicited advice? That is the single best indicator that you are coming across as less confident than you should be. So let's talk about how you can be your own guru. First, use your speaking style to demonstrate confidence. That means speeding up your speech. When I was younger, I used to talk really fast because I'm from New York, and I thought that was how everybody talked. It drove people crazy, and they said, slow down, slow down. So I went to the other extreme. When I started doing these different podcasts and videos, I had to learn how to speed up, because the truth is that people listen faster than you can talk. So if you take forever to talk, you're going to lose them. They're going to start to zone out. You need to speak quickly also, because that will give an impression of confidence. You'll sound stronger if you speak faster than you might be comfortable speaking normally, but not so fast that you sound like you're drinking too much coffee or something. Avoid pauses and fillers like and okay. A lot of people begin a talk with, okay, let's get started. Or they'll punctuate every sentence with, okay, is that okay? That actually communicates that you're not sure of what you're saying. Pauses are good if you use them for emphasis, like this. But if you tend to stop, and I do that sometimes myself, you kind of stop in awkward places, that creates an impression of a lack of confidence. Now, what's interesting is in some fields, especially if you come from an academic background like I did, or certain types of scientific fields, these types of pauses when you're thinking aloud make you sound actually more credible. But with most of the world, it's the opposite. So you have to practice. Finally, be concise and get right to the point. If people are saying to you, can we get to the bottom line on this? Or if you find yourself at the end of a conversation, someone says, okay, I'll see you later, and you say, just one more thing. If you always seem to be the one to end the conversation, you might be needing to work on creating a way of speaking that is concise, where you say what you want to say and stop. The idea is less is more. This takes a lot of practice. So if you're doing this in a business situation, I would suggest practicing even in social situations. Friends will be more tolerant, but they will still be either annoyed, or they will see you as less credible, which might translate to a loss of referrals from friends and relatives. So it's just something to think about. Secondly, you can use your writing style to demonstrate confidence. Use active voice. That means she did X, not X was done to her. It comes across as much stronger. Surprisingly, it's a good idea to avoid the use of first-person pronouns. I was surprised at this. I thought saying I is a way of saying I'm an authority, listen to me. But the truth is that first person, when tests were done, studies were done by psychologists, showing that people who are reading find first-person narratives, first-person expressions less credible in a nonfiction setting. So if you're saying, for example, I think you ought to do this, it's better to say, you ought to do this, or even better, do this. So you might say, this type of language is really effective, instead of, I think, or in my experience, this type of language is really effective. Be strong in a calm way. That means not being really loud, not being overly dominant, not sounding like a used car salesperson. And it also means not being patronizing. A lot of times I'm hearing people on audio programs talking to their audience as if they're talking to a bunch of 10-year-olds. It drives me nuts. And I think what it is a cover-up, because they're really not confident. So, what can you do? If you were going to follow a guru, would these suggestions make sense? Because if you hire someone, they're going to make similar suggestions. First, choose someone you admire. Find their website. Read their website. Notice patterns, structures that suggest confidence. This is going to be difficult in some cases, because when you choose someone's website, you're going to know something about the person. If you know they're a superstar, it's easy to say, oh, wow, these people are phenomenal. They're really great and they're really confident. If it's someone you don't know or don't think is very good, it's easy to say, that is really lame. So you have to try to get past that and be more analytical. Listen to the audio or video of people you admire, people who are successful. Some of them can get away with a lot because they've been around a lot. They made their reputation before they went to audio and video. But you'll start to see patterns where people who are really confident speak a certain way, and people who lack confidence speak another way. For instance, I was just on an audio and I had to stop because the idea sounded really good, but the person was reading in a painfully slow manner. And you could tell that was just not going anywhere. So listen to the way people speak and see if the suggestions I made make sense. Notice their conversational style. Do they speak confidently? Do they talk faster? How do they end their sentences? Do they use a lot of ums and okays? Let's get confident. If you would like to work with me and enhance your copywriting and your content, I have several ways to work with you. Just a couple of examples here. The Copywriting SOS program is new. This is a way you show me a piece of content that you wrote. It might be a couple pages of a website. It might be a sales letter. It might be anything you've written that's not too huge. And we'll delve into it in detail. We'll go over it carefully, and I'll make suggestions to make it stronger and more compelling. A lot of times we get into your overall marketing when we do this. I also have an ebook, Choose Your Marketing Mentor, because these are suggestions you might get from a mentor. And the question is, if you want to hire someone to help you, how do you make that choice? This ebook is designed to help you make a wise choice, so you won't be throwing money out the door. You'll be hiring someone who can genuinely help you move to your next goal. Finally, I have a freebie, 5 branding tips for client connection. In other words, a formal title is something like 5 branding tips to connect closely with your clients. And this is available at no charge at copybranding.com. So thanks for joining me today. I look forward to meeting you on a future video or audio class or one-to-one consultation. Thanks for joining me. Have a great rest of the day.